Excellent. Hey, and we kind of went back and forth as well on video noise reduction settings on Leo's setup and other TVs. And over the years, I have tested noise reduction and going back to when it was always the thing to turn off.
Yep.
Through some of the best video processors out there now. And yes, I would say in your highest quality content, be it ultra high def Blu-ray arguably, or a Blu-ray movie or things like that, you generally don't need noise reduction of any kind, be it analog type or MPEG. However, with all television content, if you're receiving it over cable or satellite or over the air, it is compressed to all high hell. And I notice it most in anything with a ticker. You will see mosquito noise artifacts around characters and things like that. And that's where things like MPEG noise reduction can really help. And a lot of these TVs do have an auto setting where I've noticed that it creates no degradation in signal quality with high quality content. But for like my favorite sports programming where there's just artifacts everywhere, it helps take some of the annoyance and the shimmering out of the picture, so to speak. So don't always poo-poo the noise reduction, especially on compressed sources, which is the majority of what we look at, or highly compressed sources.
Oh, you're exactly right. You're exactly right. And normally I do poo-poo it. You're exactly right about that as well. I'd rather just see what's there. But you're right. Also, video processing has come a long way since the early days of everybody saying, nah, turn all that stuff off. So if there's an auto setting, I don't recall whether there is in the LG. Do you remember?
Not off the top of my head. I want to say there is, because I'll generally just leave that on for the clients I have that are receiving satellite or cable programming, or if they watch a lot of streaming content. And arguably, with that setting, we've looked at 4K content in addition to your regular over-the-air stuff that's not in 4K. And I'm not, even with the test patterns, I'm not seeing degradation within the signal and things like that. But you should check it. I mean, you shouldn't just blindly just leave it on. And arguably, you should not be turning it on to high in all cases, unless it's a specific use case or something. That's almost never the case.
I will tell you this. I actually went back to Leo's after we had been there while I was still in town, and I locked the ISF dark mode. I had asked Leo by email if he wanted me to do that, and he said sure. And you can unlock it with a passcode, and I'll shoot you that procedure by email, because when you go up there, you're going to want to unlock it, obviously.
I have the code. I'm good to go.
Oh, you do? You know. Okay, very good. I figured you probably
is it still the case, though? Even if you enter the code, you can't, once it's enabled, you can't ever completely turn it off again. You have to. You just have to enter the code every time.
You have to enter the code every time. When you enter the code, it's unlocked. It's unlocked, and you can make changes. But then when you back out of that menu, it relocks. No problem. So it's not really a problem.
What? That's helpful.
I think so too. You can only do that with the ISF modes now. You can't do that with the other modes. But
you look at the number of settings we had to take a look at on any given TV, and if you're talking 20-point white balance setup, the value you have created by generating all that information in terms of what each specific setting is.
Yep.
Having a lockable preset is everything, because sure, you can document everything, and you should. However, using that remote and going through all 20 steps again, plus all the other variety of settings to get that all right when you could have locked it in the first place, or had a pro lock it for you, I say enable that feature. It's not harming anything. And if the person locked it, and if you really want that code, they'll give it to you. Just
exactly.
Not like it's state secrets or anything.
Yeah, right.